Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. It's another paid request. This time for Travis. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, reviews, verses, comparisons like this, topics, movie reviews, video game stuff, commentaries, reactions, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both things are down below in the info box. And Travis wanted me to compare the 1981 Halloween 2, which I don't know, I just decided to show this one because, I have the other Blu-ray as well. Or the Halloween 2018 film, which I don't own and don't care to own. Which I think this comparison is understandable because they're both part 2. Just for those who don't remember, Halloween 2018 is saying that nothing else exists except the first one. This is the true Halloween 2. And I'm sitting there going, no, I think Halloween 2 from 1981 is the true Halloween 2, which I'll get into right now. I enjoy Halloween 2. I think it's a great continuation of the first film in terms of the look of the film, the mood of the film, the score. I easily think it's the best score of all the Halloween movies. Jamie Lee Curtis, yes, I know it's the wig that didn't bother me as much as other people. And yeah, she's not utilized as much, but I still found her much more easy to enjoy, even if she's trapped in a damn bed for a good chunk of the movie, mainly for the third act of the film, more so than her being a crazy old cat lady from The Simpsons having 85 shotguns and not matter because they didn't do diddly shit against Michael Myers. I mean, in fact, if I want to see Jamie Lee Curtis like that, I'll watch Halloween H2O, which I like a lot more than 2018. I mean, when I compare, and it's been forever since I've seen Halloween 2018, so forgive me for not remembering all the details correctly. Halloween 2018's beginning is showcasing these podcasters, and David Gordon Green's being serious because when they go see Michael Myers and the guy's yelling at the top of lungs, I got your mask, blah, blah, blah. And nobody else is like, hey, what the fuck do you get that? Get the fuck out of here, what are you doing? And it's serious because they're on the board. It's like a chessboard. They're literally on a chessboard. So it's like Michael Myers playing a chess game with these people. I'm 2 steps away from you, motherfucker. And the podcasters were irritating. They just made a lot of dumb decisions. I'm glad those characters got killed off because they deserved to get killed off. That opening just isn't that interesting to me compared to the Halloween 2 from 81. I'll just say the years to not be confused. The 81 film, it's Donald Pleasance saying one of the great lines, you don't know what death... I've been scared to death tonight. You don't know what death is. And Michael Myers just taking care of business and slowly getting his way to the hospital. Again, you're in the realm of the first movie. You still got that great cinematography by Dean Cundey, that great score by Alan Howarth and John Carpenter, and it feels like it just feels like that universe of the first Halloween film. The way the camera is swimming through the neighborhood, and he's out there. He's really killed this person or that person, stealing people's knives. Building up to the hospital setting, which was a great setting. I don't care that it's almost empty. Maybe it was a slow night, as a friend of mine would say. Maybe it was a slow night. But it's a great setting for a horror film. While in this, Halloween 81 felt like it was being its own animal. I didn't feel like it was copying 18 things from the other films, because there's only one film there. 2018, I just felt like it was the greatest hits. It was, we have a new film, so I have a skeleton of a plot where some elements are from Halloween H2O, an older Laurie Strode, and she has a kid, and Michael Myers coming back, and she wants to protect her kid, so she don't try to fight Michael Myers. Have a bit of a showdown, throwdown. Let's take a bit of Halloween 4. Instead of Michael Myers being transported via the ambulance, here is the bus. Because Halloween 4 is supposed to be a bus. That's why if you watch Halloween 4 again, pay attention to Donald Pleasance. When they see the wreckage, he literally says, "How many are in the bus?" No one caught that, but it was because originally supposed to be a prison bus, but they changed to an ambulance, but he still says, "How many are in the bus?" And like, "What bus, Donald? It's an ambulance." But they finally got their bus, but it's like, I guess, oh, they killed a kid, ooh, whoop-de-fucking-do. And the other supporting characters, like, both of them don't have a lot of development in either film. It's just, I think the actors were a bit better in 81. I like seeing the last Starfighter in there, Lance Guest. I like, what's his name? Leo Rossi. I thought Leo Rossi, from his little bits he had more personality than any of the supporting roles in 2018. Come sit on my face. Don't you try. I love your pie. You always curse and you always say shit or damn. And he's like, what can I say? I guess I fuck up all the time. I wish Leo Rossi was in the film more. But that, had a bit more personality than any of the characters in 2018. Because I can't remember them. I really can't. There's the daughter, and then there's the granddaughter of Laurie Strode. Neither of them impressed me. Neither of them really filled any amount of memorable aspects in my brain. The people they were with, I don't remember a damn thing about them, to be perfectly honest. Not a damn thing. But I remember those aspects. And also a crucial element that the 81 had, and people will forget this, one of the crucial aspects of Halloween was Donald Pleasance. And I think people, now that he's gone, realize just how important Donald was to that franchise. Because Jamie Lee Curtis, she's a good actress. But Donald Pleasance really made those films work, especially these first two. And Halloween 4. Donald Pleasance really made those films work. And you don't have anyone in the 2018 cast that's near the status of Donald Pleasance. I like the actor Will Patton. He really doesn't have much to do other than get run over, he got stabbed and run over, but then he survives and becomes perfectly fine in the sequels of the 2018 film. Okay. As if they don't build him up to be like a big character, but he never does become a big character. Just him telling a flashback of what happened in the first movie with a awful looking wannabe Donald Pleasance and all that stuff. Anyway, so the 2018 film, because sadly Donald Pleasance has passed away, that's a big, big hole that was never filled. Now, one thing I will say I was unfair to the Halloween 2018 film, it does have a good score. When I reviewed it, I wasn't being fair to it, but if you listen to the score by itself, it's actually a pretty good score. But I do prefer the score in the 81 film. I love the way they had the theme, but they truly did their own take. I love the it just felt more sinister. It felt darker. It felt, I hate to use the term edgier, but just really enjoy. That's my favorite score of all the Halloween films, is the second movie. So I do think the score works better. Again, the fact it takes place in a hospital just made it look and feel different compared to 2018, where it's Michael Myers in the town at the end, kind of like he was in the first movie, and the fourth movie, and the fifth movie. But it being centered on the hospital gave it a bit of that sinister, go around the dark corridors of the hospital, and bits like when he's chasing Laurie Strode, he comes in, that red light's on his mask, and then that shot where you see him in the distance while Laurie Strode's trying to get away. So I definitely think that the beginning of the film, the show, although there is a mistake, to be fair, an 81 film, there's a mistake. He shoots 7 times. Because he shoots him once to get away from Jamie Lee Curtis. And then you hear 6 more shots and he goes out the window. Now, hey, maybe he put a bullet in. I used one bullet, he put it in, and then used 6 shots, maybe, but in the first film it was 6 shots. Here, he even says, I shot him 6 times. I mean, no, he shot him 7 times because we hear 7 bullets. I don't know how they did that fuck up, but they did. So, for people that, oh, you just kissing the 81 film's ass, I gave a proper critique right then and there. Yes, I know the hospital was too empty. Yes, I know they had 7 shots. I still really enjoyed the mood, the atmosphere. I felt more of the horror aspect in the 81 film. I did Jamie Lee Curtis, even with the wig and being in the hospital, I still felt more prevalent about her as a character compared to, again, just being this very depressing. She's lived with this for so many decades and she hasn't had the willpower to try to move on and be stronger. She's let this consume her, live her life because, 2 of her friends died. So, well, three of her friends died. So she's been inconsolable, and she obviously had time to find a husband and have a daughter and then have a granddaughter. Well, her daughter had a granddaughter. I forget if she had other. I think that was the only kid she had. So she had time to do that. And I'm sitting there going, if you hate this town so much, just fucking move. Why don't you just fucking move? Why did Laurie Strode just move? If she hated and was so scared this whole time that somehow Michael Myers was going to come back for her, even though there's no reason to, because there's no connection, unlike the 81 film. So why do you think Michael Myers is going to come back for you? And why is this town so obsessed with this? When go to New York. There's probably 3 people died right now as I did this fucking review. As sad as that is. And people still live in New York. Just fucking move. Go somewhere else. Go to Illinois. Go to Cincinnati. Go to Jamaica. Go to Florida. I don't give a fuck. In 81, she's in the hospital and she's out of it. She can't go anywhere. People are looking for Michael Myers. All that jazz. So the way the town acts in the 2018 film makes less sense to me. That everyone's so gung-ho to the point of, they're having anniversaries and shit. Although, that's more, I guess, Halloween Ends. Halloween Kills with Eddie Michael Hall and stuff. And I like the sister aspect. I know that's such an unpopular opinion. I know John Carpenter was drunk. He didn't know what to write for the sequel. Yeah, films like The Empire Strikes Back came out. Luke, I'm your father. Michael Myers, I'm your sister. Yeah, you wrote that shit. But I liked it. I never hated it. I did. Some people get mad because, it makes Michael Myers seem less the boogeyman because you're giving him a reason. But you give him a fucking reason in the 2018 film. He just wants to go to his fucking house. And also, if he has no reason, why is he still butthurt about... Why is he still focused on Laurie Strode and her family then? Or it's just coincidence that the people he's going after just happens to be Laurie Strode's family. Especially by the third of that trilogy with Corey. Who the fuck is Corey? Fuck Corey. Fuck Corey Feldman. Fuck Corey in that movie. Fuck Corey. In the finale, they both involve fire. But I like that you had got Donald Pleasence and Jamie Lee Curtis in the same frame together, which is the only time that happened. In the original Halloween, one shot was Donald Pleasence, then cut to Jamie Lee Curtis. This is the only time those two were ever in the same frame together. and helped each other fight Michael Myers. Brief, but still one of the most noteworthy things in the entire franchise for me. Like, your two pinnacle characters, this is the only time they are together. Donald Pleasance helping Laurie Strode, protecting her, going through the hospital. I wish it was a longer scene, maybe a more suspenseful scene of them going through the hospital and close calls, but it is what it is. And then them helping each other, getting her in the room, he gets wounded, they're both turning the gas, she shoots Michael Myers, and I love that shot where it goes into the eyes and you see the blood just come down. Love that. One of the great images in the entire franchise is the blood coming down both eye holes of Michael Myers. And it ended. It ended with the blow up, Michael Myers on fire, you see him on fire. That's another thing that kind of hurts the ending of 2018, because she has all these guns, they didn't fucking matter. And then he's on fire, but you never see him on fire, so you know, number one, you knew there's going to be a trilogy. But also, because we don't see it, there's no definitive stamp on that ending. Here there is. Like, you just say, nope, there's no more. And you get ended there. You see him burn, you see the fire going through the mask. Arrivederci, Mr. Sandman. Bring me a dream. So yes, I think the 81 film had better look, cinematography, and music, and atmosphere, and because of the time it was made, has that same feel as the first movie. But at the same time being its own movie. It was a good continuation, it was a good ending to the story, and 2018 film was just, you remember this from H2O, you remember this from Halloween 4, you remember this from this. And again, I like the sister aspect. It gave a bit more reason for Michael to go after Laurie Strode in particular. Which is funny, they took that away to give Michael Myers no motivation. And then he still had this thing of, no matter what, I'm going to keep with Laurie Strode. At least by the end of it. Or Laurie Strode's, granddaughter and all this other shit. So there you go. So in my opinion, yes, the 81 film is a better horror film. And also, you don't have the stupid shit like that one doctor who you find out is helping Michael Myers, so he fucks over Will Patton's character. And they try to explain why he did it, but I still don't get it. You want to see how Michael Myers was, or how he tipped, or whatever the fuck, but it just, it's such a stupid twist. This doctor's been helping Michael Myers all along, or what the fuck, really? Was that just to have some twist? And didn't it have, some stupid humor in it, like the cops, from pretty much the two cops from Halloween 5, all they needed was the clown noises. Having some really inane dialogue. I just trying to have a little bit of that Pineapple Express, just the director did that, which I liked that movie. But, a little bit of that flavor in some of the dialogue that just didn't fit. Didn't think it was that funny. I thought the dialogue fit better in Halloween, the 81 film. And like I said, then you also compared it to Donald Pleasance is greatly missed. I think some people do forget just how important that guy was to this franchise. So, sorry I couldn't go into more detail, but I don't remember 2018 film that much. Which I guess that says it all. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.